Here with Kildare captain Grace Clifford. Grace, look, I said it's the calm before the storm. A nice quiet day in Croke Park a few days before an All-Ireland final. I suppose, what's the atmosphere like in the camp?
Yeah, atmosphere is really good. Everyone's really looking forward to Sunday. The county, there's a great buzz. Our minors were in the All-Ireland final on Saturday, and unfortunately they didn't get over the line against Galway, but everyone was behind them. So the white flags and bunting has been very much out and around the county, so it's kind of created a lovely buzz and atmosphere. So we're all just really looking forward to getting there. You know, it feels so far away still. You know, we're just kind of dying for it to be Sunday now.
We spoke a few weeks back ahead of the semi-final. That was virtually. Today it's face to face while we're here in the Hogan stand. But you know, you got over the line against a tough Wexford side. Now you're up against Clare, as we mentioned before, a repeat of the 16 final where you triumphed. You of course didn't play that day, but you know, you must be buzzing now to look forward to the lining out with Clare, taking them out onto the field on All-Ireland final day, especially as the captain.
Yeah, like it's kind of what dreams are made of, isn't it? I suppose, like when you're 5 or 6 years old out in your back garden, you know, playing a pretend All-Ireland final, you're thinking of that and you're nearly practicing walking behind the band and all. So it's surreal enough to be, I suppose, in this situation. But really exciting, and that's what you play for, you know. And naturally, as we were talking about amongst the squad, there's going to be nerves and people are, you know, thinking of all these different thoughts and whatnot, but as we always kind of bring ourselves back, you know, this is what you play for. This is when you're a youngster putting on the boots and going out. It's dreams of playing on All-Ireland final day, dreams of being in Croke Park, dreams of representing your county on the biggest stage. And so when you think of all of those things, you're like, no, you know, this is what it's all for. So we're all like looking forward to it in that sense.
I know you would have been pitch side a while ago taking your photos ahead of the final, but you would have probably walked past and walked around the tunnel area where the Hogan is. Does that kind of give you a bit of early goosebumps knowing, you know, 60 minutes on Sunday and you could be walking up those steps lifting the Mary Quinn Cup?
Yeah, isn't it? I suppose that kind of dream of walking the Hogan stand, the steps of it, it's one of those things I think of in every GA fanatics, I suppose, mind. You know, it's kind of what you think, is it ever going to happen, you know, and it doesn't happen an awful lot of people. It's only the few fortunate that get that opportunity. So obviously, like, you're thinking of those little things, but ultimately it's like, no, look, it's a game of football, it's 2 goals, it's grass pitch, you've got to go out and we'll get the job done, and that's kind of more the focus. I know that was what I was nearly more distracted by. I was looking at the pitch going, oh my god, it just looks like you'd nearly eat your dinner off it. Like, so it's just exciting. I'm looking forward to getting out on a big pitch like that, and so are the rest of the girls.
Yeah, in an empty stadium on a day like today, it looks absolutely massive. And the lads are working away on it, and it looks absolutely pristine here. But you know, on Sunday you'll have the crowds in. I'm definitely expecting a massive crowd between yourselves and Clare. You know, you both haven't been in an All-Ireland final since that year in 2016, so Joe, are you hoping to get as many people into the seats to try and be that 16th player almost on the field?
Yeah, and to be honest, that's kind of been like how like the games have been going for us up until now. We've had huge support. Like, I can't, you know, put into words to the amount of people who've been coming to our games, and it's not just people showing up just, you know, near the end of the year. From the start of the league, like, we had our first opening game in Conlitz Park in you know, a wet and miserable day in early February, and we had a great turnout there. So obviously we're hoping for the same, and I've no doubts that Clare will have their crew up as well. It'll be a great game. Like, you know, people know we've played each other before in 2 close encounters. I've no doubt the final will be the very same. So it's going to be a cracker, you know, and I think please God will have a huge number, and obviously the numbers at the ladies' games have been growing over the last couple of years, so I've no doubts that they'll be breaking more records again on Sunday.
Obviously we mentioned there, you know, you played in the 2015 final, you didn't get over the line in that one. You missed out on 16 after doing your ACL. Kildare obviously got over the line that day. Like, can you even put it into words what it would mean to win on Sunday on the field, having missed out on that chance in 16?
Yeah, I suppose I had the opportunity of putting my boots on and being, you know, on the field with the girls that day. I was fortunate enough to be the Water girl, so I was close and I was able to run onto the pitch when that final whistle went in 2016. But obviously, you know, for that to happen again on Sunday with the team and to experience that, like, that's their memories the last lifetime. So I'm hopeful, please God, that'll be the way it'll be on Sunday afternoon.